to do that?
This man's telling me I cannot cool off in a public building.
You cannot cool off in a public building. You have to leave.
I can't refill my water bottle in their cooler. I use the restroom and I'm cooling off. I won't be in here long.
I'm sorry, you can't do that. I mean, it's just rules. I don't make the rules.
Call Metro. There's laws, dude. This is a public building.
Open for you. This is for kids.
If there's nothing on the door that says I can't be here, this is
a program for females, for kids, children.
It's still a public building. I've been in WIC offices before.
You hadn't been here because we don't have a foul here. So you cannot be in here.
I've been to the main health department downtown in their WIC office.
We don't have a WIC office downtown.
Not downtown, the one that moved off of Patterson. I forget where it's at now. The brand new building. I've been in the one on Trinity Lane in their WIC office.
That's not WIC. This is WIC.
There is WIC. There's WIC. I was there when it was WIC. They never said anything to me. Security told me I could do what I wanted.
No, they did not.
They told me I wasn't doing nothing wrong.
You are doing something wrong. You're trespassing.
I'm not trespassing. I'm in a public building. I am in a public building. Call Metro, dude.
I'm not calling nobody. You're going to have to leave the property.
I will. Just a minute. Let me cool off.
You're going to have to leave the property.
I'm in a public building. My taxes help pay for this building, so these women can get their WIC.
I'm not going to keep asking you to leave the property. You have to leave the property. I understand it's hot outside. You got to find somewhere else to go.
I'm here because my taxes help pay for this, and I'm just cooling off for a few minutes.
I mean,
I'm not interrupting business. I'm not talking to any of your clients.
You kind of interrupted business.
No, sir. You were interrupting business by talking to me. I hadn't said a word to anyone. I asked the lady, could she help me? She pointed me to a bathroom. I used the restroom, filled up my water bottle.
That lady wants you to leave. That lady is actually the manager of the facility.
The lady at the desk out here?
Yes.
No, she's not. The lady that talked to you was probably the manager.
She is the manager.
That's not the one that pointed me to the bathroom. Okay, the receptionist lady at the desk told me, whatever she is, she told me, pointed me to a bathroom.
Okay, well, you don't use the bathroom, so now you have to leave. You have to leave.
I'm not interrupting business. You might be.
You have to leave.
I'm sitting here not said a word to anyone.
You cannot be in the building.
I said call Metro if you don't like it. They can tell me to leave and I'll leave.
You need to leave.
I'm not leaving because you tell me to.
You don't have to leave the building.
Look, he pulled his handcuffs out. I think he's going to scare me with handcuffs.
You need to leave the building, man. I mean, don't make this no worse than what it is.
If you have a problem, call Metro.
I'm not calling Metro. Don't make it no problem.
I don't want a problem. I want to be just cool off for a few minutes and I'll go.
You already been here for a few minutes.
And I'm not cool yet. I've been outside for an hour.
Well, that's not our problem.
Right. Well, I help pay for this building. I pay taxes like everybody else.
You need to leave the property.
I've heard you. So get this straight. I come in, the lady says, can I help you? Because I'm kind of looking around. I said, yes, ma'am, I need a restroom. She points me to a restroom. Okay. So, but all I'm allowed to do in a public building is pee and not sit in the lobby?
No. Not unless you're conducting business.
I am. Right now I'm conducting business. I'm filming my government workers in the course of their duty, okay, which is a constitutional First Amendment right.
Okay. You still need to leave because they don't want you here.
Want doesn't matter. Law matters.
Well, you can't be here. You still have to leave.
I don't want you bothering me, but you're doing it anyway.
That's my job.
Your job is not to bother me. Your job is to maintain order in this place, and there's no disorder.
Can you get her for a second just so she can explain to him that he's not here? That way it's no confusion.
Get Metro if you want a law problem. It's a legal problem, call Metro. If it's a want problem, it doesn't make a difference to me. I hadn't spoken to a single person here except the lady that spoke to me first. Oh, I said hi to the guy over there when he said hi to me, but I'm not here to bother your customers. I'm not interrupting any business, not blocking any doorways. I'm just cooling off.
Hello, sir. What's
Hello,
your
sir.
name?
I don't care to give it.
Okay, well, I'm just saying this area is a place for women and children. This place is specifically for breastfeeding mothers.
Well, you have a room for that, I assume.
Yes,
They don't do it here.
but
I mean, I guess they could, but I'm sure you have a room for that.
yeah, all I'm trying to say is this area is not meant for politics.
I'm not doing politics. I'm cooling off.
Okay, I understand you're cooling off, but there's
I
also
didn't say a
other-
word to anyone.
There's other businesses here that are also can be used to cool off. Our
Not
security
public
guard-
buildings.
Sir.
If there was a public building to cool off, I'd be in it, just like this
Well,
one.
we're trying to tell you, bottom line, you cannot be in this building.
This is a public
You
building.
cannot be. No, we have a trespassing waiver on file with the city
Yeah.
of Nashville.
Well, at this point, I'm not trespassing because
You
I'm
are
conducting First
trespassing.
Amendment.
If he's
You're
telling
not
you that you
conducting-
can't be here, you are trespassing.
No,
Well,
this is a
what
First
do you
Amendment
call it?
protected activity to record my government
Well,
officials in the course of their
You're
duty.
trespassing.
Yes, but not to trespass.
That negates trespassing by doing a constitutionally.
No, it
The
doesn't.
first law of the land says I can have freedom of press and freedom of expression, which
Yes,
means
which
filming
you
my
can.
my government officials in the course of their duty.
Which
I'd
you
rather
can,
not film
sir.
anybody, but you guys approached me. I didn't come in here filming. I could have.
But
Well,
sir,
what's
you
gonna happen?
entered this building.
Yeah.
Thus, you made it to where he had to start doing his job to enforce the codes and laws that we have.
It would show me a
inside
law that says I cannot be here other
We
than
have told you
trespassing.
that we have a trespassing waiver.
Then
on
call
file.
Metro. They
You're
do. They
going
deal with
in,
trespassing.
getting in, you're gonna get locked up. I mean, I'm trying to keep you from going to jail.
He's not joking. You will.
This
I'm
is not the
trying
first
to-
place
I'm
I've been
not
that's
trying-
public. It's
I'm
not the first.
trying to
It's
keep you
about the
from
fourth
not
health
going to
department
jail,
I've been
but
in.
you're-
It's a public building.
You are
Yes,
pushing the
but we
issue.
have women and children here.
You
And it's
can't-
his
it
job
is-
to
There's
make
women
sure
and children
he-
everywhere.
Not in
Yes,
this.
I understand, sir. But in this building, they're trying to get help.
Right, and I wouldn't have said a word to anybody. I haven't until you approached me, and he approached me.
That's what I get
That's
paid to
his.
do.
That's what he's here for to do.
Right, and that's why I'm responding to him
Okay.
because he
but-
approached me. I didn't
you
talk to
should-
any of your clients.
But you should be able to respect his job and the fact that he is trying. To
Well, he should
follow the
respect
rules.
my First Amendment right.
Yes, and he is.
No, he's not. He's trying to run. He's trying to stop
the way
me.
He's talking to you and treating you at this
He's
current
trying to
moment
stop
is-
me. He's being polite. I agree,
Yes.
but that doesn't mean he's right. Call Metro. Let them decide. They're the ones
No,
that
they don't
conduct.
need to decide because there's already rules in place that he has been trained to do.
I don't
for
have to
specific
follow-
facilities.
I don't follow rules. I follow laws, and the law says this is a public building, and I'm allowed to be in here.
Laws are made so that people follow rules.
There's laws, and there's rules, and there's policies, and there's procedures. I follow laws.
Then can you follow those laws and procedures and policies that are inside this building?
The laws I will.
Okay, then you would get up and get off this area.
No, the law doesn't tell me I have to get out.
But
He
laws
tells
and
me I have to
procedures,
get out.
Like you just said, do.
I don't have to follow policies and procedures. I'm not a
You
client,
do,
and I
you
don't work
do,
here.
You do because you did this.
I'm not interrupting anything. I would understand if
You
I was.
are. You've had people come in here that were waiting, and they were peacefully and fine. We had to move them from this area.
You moved them on your choice because
They
he.
moved because they
There's
felt.
They moved because
uncomfortable.
somebody called them back
They
there.
moved because they felt uncomfortable.
No, they moved. Uncomfortable is not a problem.
Yes, it is. This place is
Uncomfortable is not illegal.
Sir, can I speak?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But you can't violate my First Amendment right to
Allow me
record my
speak.
government.
Allow me. I never said anything about that. Allow
Well,
me to
that's why
speak.
you're telling me to leave. I can't do that if I have to leave.
No,
So
no,
you're interrupting my First
Can I
Amendment
speak?
right. Speak.
Thank you. If you come in here, start raising your voice.
I didn't speak to a
Let me
word
speak,
to
please.
anybody.
Let me speak. You are coming in here. You're raising your voice in an area where women who are desperate in need of help for their families.
And I thank you for helping them.
Let me speak. Desperate in need for help. Come in here and you start acting like this.
I didn't act anyway. I sat down and didn't say
I
anything to
understand.
anyone.
I
Then
understand.
you don't understand because he started it.
It's just that you can't be. We're not trying to give you a hard time. dude.
Yeah.
We
Just let me cool off for a few minutes,
We
man.
did. We have. I
We
mean,
have
you
let
were
you
second
cool
for
No,
quite
as
some
soon as I
time.
sat down, she ran out and got security.
Oh,
That's not
okay.
letting me
That's
cool
not-
off.
I've been with her the whole time. I'm
She did
training
not
under
do
her.
that.
I watched. I sat here and immediately she walks out and comes back with security. That's not giving me a minute to cool off.
No, she didn't.
She did not.
I watched her.
Okay, you watched her, but that's just your perception. That's not what happened because I've been with her the entire day. That's not
No, you
all.
haven't.
He
Yes, I
has.
have.
He's
You've been working with her on the entire day, I'm sure, but you hadn't been hooked to her hip. You're not now.
I have.
You're not now, so you're not. So you just lied to me.
We're trying to deal with
Yeah,
you.
we're trying to deal with the situation.
That's
The
why he's
situation
so
is
with
I'm in a public building, in a public lobby, chilling out for a few minutes.
And you have chilled out. It's a choice.
I
to be
can't chill
outside.
out when I have to discuss things with you that you guys are wrong about.
But you did choose to stay outside, correct?
Yes.
So that was a choice that you made.
Right. Now, my choice is to cool off in a public lobby.
Yes, and we have accommodated you to let you cool
Above
off in
and
this
beyond.
place. So now we're asking you to just please leave this premise peacefully without us having to call the police and waste their time for the fact that you don't want to follow the rules and procedures we have in this facility.
I hadn't broken the rules in this facility. I didn't speak up till he spoke to me.
But
And he's incorrect. I have a right to sit in a public building, in a public lobby. I
Yes.
cannot go probably down your hallway. I can't go in any of your offices. The lady told me to use the restroom, which I asked her, is there a public restroom? She showed it to me and allowed
he's
me.
here to stop situations where we have to forcibly move people.
Why would you have to forcibly move me? I hadn't done anything to break
We're
your
asking-
rules.
But we're asking you nicely, and you're being very belligerent.
No,
You're
I'm being defiant because I don't have to follow
Which is
you.
the same.
You said you was cooling off, so
Yes,
you're
sir.
here now. We've been going back and forth.
Maybe
It's been at least about 20 minutes now.
it's been 11 minutes and 24 seconds.
Well,
Since you started recording.
Yeah.
Right.
So
And
you've
it
been
wasn't-
here for a while now.
As soon as he came in and started talking to me, I fired up my camera.
So okay.
So maybe 2 minutes, maybe 2 minutes more, and maybe another minute and a half to go to the restroom.
So do you think it's fair to all these people in this building and all the clients coming in who are possibly dealing with domestic issues to have to listen to a male be aggressive towards other people? Do you think
You call me aggressive. I say I don't. I'm not going to listen to what you
Raising
say.
your voice.
I hadn't
Quite
said
honest.
anything until you guys approached me.
yes, because this is a facility for families.
Right.
You don't have a child with you that needs to
There's
come
nothing on
in
the door
here.
that says I have to have a child with me to enter.
This is a
So,
family
yeah,
facility.
It's a breastfeeding.
I mean,
You
this-
don't
this
feed
is
it
a-
here. You
this
have a room
is-
for that.
This is the Tennessee WIC program. So
Right.
That's what this is for.
Right. I understand that.
That's
That's
what
why I
this
didn't make an
is.
appointment because I'm not here for WIC services. I'm here for the air conditioning that I help pay for.
You did, sir.
That-
There's plenty of other businesses here
Yeah,
who also have
even-
air conditioning.
This is not. the
They're
only-
not public
This is
businesses.
not the only place.
This is the only public building that's within walking distance.
Okay, but you can't go to the multiple other Hispanic restaurants.
Why? I don't know anybody there. They may not want me there. They are private property. They are private property. This is public property. It is. It says on the fucking. It says on the sign right there, Metro Public Health.
Waiver right there. We have a waiver on
Yeah, we're here
file.
to help the
Right.
public, sir.
Not just anybody just wandering in off the street.
Anybody can come in and sign up for services.
If you're a woman and you have kids.
Well, okay, I could come in and sign up for services for
You're
my
not
kid
a
if I'm
woman.
if I'm
You
not
don't
if I have a kid. Kids get services here too. Now, if they can't order services because they are juveniles, they'd have to have a parent do it.
Why does it take escalating to the police for you to have to follow the rules of compliance?
Because this is not illegal to sit in a public office.
But what you're doing is being very disruptive.
I wasn't until you approached me.
Don't blame us for the fact that you came in here and started doing this right here.
I didn't do this till he approached me. I didn't
Why
film
was
anybody.
he- but
I didn't
why
film
was he-
any of your
Why would I have
customers.
approached you if you had not been inside the building?
Yes.
I didn't say
Why would you approach me
did
if
not
I
say
am
nothing
inside the
to
building?
You out there, none whatsoever.
You're right, not-
Didn't care.
I
Didn't
agree.
care what you're doing.
You
None
don't.
whatsoever.
I wasn't even on your
Thank you.
property.
I
Hell,
know, none whatsoever. And then here I am now.
So,
None whatsoever. So that tells you right there. I could have cared less what you was doing out there.
and I'm not doing that. What I was doing out there, I'm not doing it in here.
We've already called Metro Police.
Okay.
You know, I don't want people to feel uncomfortable.
I don't either. I didn't speak to anybody.
Okay, you're recording.
I'm recording government officials in the course of their duty.
stop.
She said, "Talk."
I don't want our patients to feel uncomfortable.
I don't either.
So I need the voice to be pleased as low as possible.
Okay.
I want to hear what they're saying.
Yes.
And I don't want them to gather right here
Okay.
because they feel comfortable coming in, okay?
Not a problem.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I didn't speak to anyone, sir. You spoke to me first.
That's what I get paid.
That's his job.
I mean,
That's what he thinks.
Now I didn't speak to you right there because you was out there. You know, and in my opinion, you wasn't bothering nobody. You was out there.
I wasn't bothering anybody in
In
here.
here, it's a totally.
I
different
wasn't bothering
situation.
anybody in here either.
It's a totally different.
I
If you
didn't-
stayed out there, Heck, one of us could have gotten you a bottle of water. You know,
Nobody offered. If somebody offered, I would have took it. You sat there and watched me, and you figured had to figure I was hot, but you never offered.
That wasn't my job to determine that. Because if you
It's not my job to ask you to
and
serve
the
me.
son
Your job is security,
protested,
not to serve
you should have
water.
a bottle of water.
I brought one. Didn't I tell you I refilled my bottle of water? Yeah, I brought water.
Okay. So, what's gonna happen then when the police come here and start?
I'll step outside and talk to them.
So you're gonna waste taxpayer dollars to make people.
I didn't call them. You called them. Or
Because
somebody
you
called
said
them.
to call.
Yeah.
You told
Because
them to
they
call.
enforce law.
Your
You do
request.
not. He
We
does
do.
not.
We do
But you
on
did.
private property.
But you asked us
This
to
is
do.
not private property.
This is private
It says right there, Metro Nashville Health Department. That means it's public.
Yes, to help people.
And you're helping me by letting me cool off.
But you can also go out to other businesses and do that as well.
They are private property. This is public
But
property.
it's a choice to also go outside and protest.
It
Get out in the
is.
heat.
I chose this place because I knew this was here if I needed to cool off. It is hot outside. You're right.
I understand. I've done construction. I used to work in this like 2 months ago, so I get it. All right, I get it.
So just give me about 5 more minutes and I'm out of here.
Justin, but the police have already called.
Fine, I'll talk to them whenever they get here. I'm not shy. It's not the first time I've had the cops called on me. It's not, and I hadn't gone to jail for sitting in a public building.
Okay, you are causing a disruption.
I didn't cause the disruption. He caused the disruption.
And on top of that, you probably would have been able to escape this one if we didn't have a waiver on file. Unfortunately, they filed a waiver with the city. But then anybody that's not conducting business.
This
with the
is
facility,
business. This is First Amendment, the first law of our
That's
country.
You're not coming in here trying to register a child. You're not coming in here trying to get service.
I'm not doing
You're just
business.
coming in here to you're just coming in here to use the air conditioner.
Yes.
Which is fine. But at the same time, when he, which is his job, I'm licensed security as well. I know these things. He has to enact his duties.
Or to enforce your rules.
Yes, which
Rules are
policies-
not laws.
Shh, which are policies that have been put in place to keep these families to feel safe.
I don't want to get your families on camera. I'm not here for any of them. I'm
You
just
don't-
here for the air
You're not
conditioning.
supposed to do that.
Yes, I am.
It's a HIPAA thing.
It's a HIPAA.
I don't work for you. I don't have HIPAA
But you're an
certificate
American
training.
citizen, correct?
Yes,
So you would respect other citizens as well. And
I
their
do.
rights.
That's why they're not on my camera. Only the Metro employees are on my camera.
Okay.
And HIPAA applies to the facility and the workers in the facility. It doesn't apply to me. I've not had HIPAA training. I know HIPAA laws. HIPAA means you have to protect their medical information from being released to the public. All right, I'm cooled off. I'm going to step out and continue what I was doing. I may stand in your shade over there, but I won't do any protesting on your property.
Okay.
I'm going to stop this so that I don't get any of your
Thank you.